Hey everyone, so if you couldn't already tell, I am sick. Now don't worry, it's only going to be for this video, so next video I'll have the silky smooth voice that you guys are all used to. I just wanted to let you guys know because I don't want you guys to be asking, hey, why does Teddy sound like an elderly abusive smoker? So that's pretty much it. Also, I'm in a new recording studio. Hey guys, so we're doing the new studio tour. We got some hiking boots right there. We got a laundry basket. We got... Oh, you guys can't see, can you? Let me try and fix this. Ow! Yeah, that's pretty much it, and let's get on with the video. It's difficult. It really is. It's difficult to talk about a movie known widely as one of the best movies of all time. It's difficult to talk about a movie that has impacted me since I was 10. It's difficult to talk about a movie that helped me shape who I am. And it's difficult to see how people forget about this movie. You know how I said that Spider-Verse is my favorite Marvel movie? Well, this is my favorite superhero movie. I don't think that's much of a surprise, let's be honest. If you make video essays, it's your responsibility to talk about The Dark Knight. I wasn't really sure if I should actually make a video on this film because it's been out since 2008, and I don't think I can really say anything new that people haven't already talked about. But the more I think about it, this movie really doesn't have that much social commentary these days. Until the Joker movie comes out in October. I figure it's best for me to review this movie now before the Joker movie comes out because I feel as if that will be the spark that can light the fire in the darkness to bring this movie into perspective again. But perspective is exactly what we need for a movie like this, because there will be films that try and compete with this, and strive to be as impacting as this once was. And if you ask me, that is what the Joker movie is going to try and do. But the one thing that the Joker movie will never be able to compete with The Dark Knight is its characters. And I'm going to break down why I think the characters in The Dark Knight are so good, and how the Joker movie will never be able to touch them in quality, substance, style, and emotion. The Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker is what comes to mind when someone mentions the best villains to be put to film. But why? What makes this character that Nolan has constructed so comparable to Darth Vader, Thanos, Norman Bates, Voldemort, and Smiler from the Emoji Movie? I'm sorry. Don't watch the Emoji Movie. It's just because we've never seen a villain where he has no plan. And not only is his ideology so unique, but our villain is also aware of how chaotic he is. The Joker has always been a complex character, but his decisions have always been influenced by Batman in the comics. Well, this time, Nolan has seemed to take the character of the Joker and make him more of his own thing. This doesn't mean that he's completely separated from Batman in the film. The Joker toys with him throughout and makes jokes about them, as usual.
No, you complete me.
But his main goal is to not only show Bruce Wayne, but the entirety of Gotham on how it can be corrupted with a simple twist. This is great because it makes it less predictable for the audience watching and helps us see a character with beliefs and goals that are in a greater scope that we can understand. And he makes a point of all this, how humans are just as chaotic as he is when things aren't. A villain that understands the entirety of himself is something so different and something that we've never seen before. Because does anyone understand the entirety of themselves? And to me, that is why the Joker is so special in this movie. Many people say that there are better constructed villains out there, which I will agree with, but I feel his Joker is the most unique. A villain that is so different, and a villain who we don't understand, which is one of the key components of the Joker. Heath Ledger knows this and plays this character to its fullest potential. Every time he's on screen, I'm so immersed in what's happening. He just owns the entire scene the second he takes a step into the frame. It's freaking brilliant. Like, everything he does is just so perfectly timed and makes me laugh with either irony or fear. The character couldn't exist without Heath Ledger. I've never seen an actor so separated from his own counterpart. Honestly, it's indescribable why this is so amazing. I could go on about this character all day. He, to many people, makes this movie what it is, but I want to explore another character, one that is often overlooked into also elevating this film into what it is. Two-Face. So when I hear the only reason that this movie is good is because of the Joker, I get legitimately pissed off. I also get pissed off when people forget about Two-Face in this movie, but that's seeming to be more frequent, so it's kind of hard to get mad at that. Please, someone notice him. I don't get why you need to do like a whole section on this character. He's only in the last 20 minutes of the movie anyway. That's just the thing. I'm not talking about the half-faced man. I'm talking about the full-faced man. Harvey Dent. The only reason why Two-Face exists is because of the Joker, but Harvey Dent, on the other hand, is shaped by Gotham and is the White Knight that protects the city. But the Two-Face side of his character is just a result of a little twist, but still a big enough twist that it can change his whole worldview, along with his ideas and beliefs. This part of the story is to show us we're all human, and we all have flaws that can be exploited like everyone else. Harvey brings up some really good points later about how life just isn't fair, and it's him reflecting on his own life, because we first see him in a courtroom, which is also known to many people as unfair justice. Then to later realize that chance can be the only true way to make decisions like that, because it's about what's fair. And that is Harvey Dent's philosophy taken and skewed, which is a reminder to us how we need to keep ourselves in check, to keep our morals in line, what we believe is right, true, and fair. Now, I know this is a short explanation why I think Harvey Dent is great in this film, but the line that is his main basis for his character,
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
has already been talked about. So I wanted to bring perspective to this, a new perspective on why Harvey Dent is a character done to perfection. Batman. Where do I start? The origin of Bruce Wayne is still the pinnacle of all origin stories to this day. Having his parents murdered right in front of him gives us some of the most raw and emotional motivation possible for a character. And this is carried throughout the Christopher Nolan series because he understands what character motivation is. Take any one of his films and dissect the protagonists and see how deep all of their motivations are. To me, that is what makes a good story. I've always been of the preference that story should always come after character, and that character should always influence, not the other way around. And the Dark Knight's characters shape this movie into what it is, most importantly Bruce Wayne. The events of the last movie have made him into a living legend, and it shows how he copes with that while still being confused of his values on how he should protect Gotham. The Joker understands this and plays with him, pushing him to his breaking point. In fact, that's what this whole movie does. It pushes Bruce Wayne to the edge of his emotional state, until The Dark Knight Rises, where it pushes him to the edge of his physical state. But more on that in another video. Gotham City is a part of Batman, just like New York is a part of Spider-Man or Hell's Kitchen is a part of Daredevil. And since this movie's goal is to push Bruce Wayne, the city is corrupted by the questioning of morals, by the Joker showing everyone that they're just as insane as he is, and showing Batman his whole belief system is wrong. This is an incredibly powerful situation to be putting our character through, and I think that's why we love this movie. We see a character who has everything put against him, but he still keeps fighting because that's what Gotham City needs. Batman realizes this and gives himself up at the end, making the whole city turn against him, just so he can keep the faith restored in a person who is already dead. To give the city hope that the White Knight is still their White Knight, and how anyone can be that White Knight to the city. But only until The Dark Knight Rises, where the movie tells us that we can all be the Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan's view of who these people are and the way that he constructs these characters is just masterful. He takes some characters that we can never relate to and brings them down to our level, so we can see ourselves in these characters, and how they go up against these 100-to-1 odds. Sometimes those odds are just regular old thugs, sometimes those odds are crime bosses like the Joker, and sometimes those odds even win. And we see how the Joker wins over Batman. How do you defeat something like the Joker? Not a physical threat, but an emotional one. Batman knows the answer is to let himself lose, so the city can win over the Joker. The ultimate sacrifice that no one even knows about. And that's what makes a true hero. Not doing it for the glory or to beat the villain, but to do it to keep the people safe, to live another day. The characters in The Dark Knight are the thing that make it what it is. The conflict between them, the stakes put on the line for the city and each other, and the comfort of knowing that they're not alone, and they can always have someone to lean on. Bruce has Alfred, Harvey has Rachel, had Rachel. Gordon has his family and the entirety of Gotham, and the Joker has no one, which is why Batman proves to him at the end how the city may be weak alone, but strong together, which adds to one of the themes in the film. People are always stronger together. It's shown throughout the film and finalized at the end with the two boats, how the loyalty of one another can be the one thing that can overcome any obstacle. Not to say that this is the only theme throughout the film, because there is more like sacrifice, heroism, justice or judgment, defeat, and identity. But it never loses focus of what really matters in the story. Nolan has crafted something truly special. Something that asks the audience a question. Something that implores us to not only answer these questions, but to ask what is right, what is wrong, and what is justified, or what it means to be a hero, and the descent of becoming a villain. It gives us an unbreakable connection with these characters. We see them fall, but learn to pick themselves back up. We see why and who they are, not just on the outside, but on the inside as well. We love seeing this. We love seeing something raw, something fresh, and something new. The film came out over a decade ago, but there is still something that sticks with us, that still feels unlike anything we have seen before, which is why I can say that The Dark Knight is not only perfection, but perfection is
The Dark Knight.
Hey, that's the name of the show.
Five minutes later.
That is not nice to look at. You're right about that. Oh, what are we gonna do? You know, we could always tell the truth. Fair enough.